Regional Division III AA championship. Coach Rose called it a miracle. Tisdale said it was desperation time. You just throw it up there and see what happens. They were actually looking for Waters there, and he ended up tipping it into the hands of Jackson. Here's Acalanes. Keener getting a little pop pass there. Gets it around the edge, shy of the 40-yard line. Sully Bailey, 6'1", 185-pound senior quarterback for Acalanes. 204 yards through the air last week, had a touchdown, also 3 rushing touchdowns. He's got 31 touchdowns on the year, 12 on the ground. And the lefty loses that one as he tried to get it out, picks it up, and fortuitously picks up a first down just shy of midfield, just like he drew it up.
Bill Walton would say, what a great play by the quarterback, making the defense commit. Nice recovery, first down. I'm excited to see Keener. Again, I'm a big speed guy, track guy. That's a 10-5-6. You saw him in that first carry, picking up 5 yards, but you get him in space or Rogers in space, and you will not catch either of those guys, even with an angle.
Bailey picked up 10 there. He had 2 fumbles last week. We saw one there. Here's another pop pass as they try to get it around the edge. And that is Nico White there on the reception. The 5'9" junior. Adams there on the stop is a 9-yard pickup for White. Take a look at the backs and receivers. Keener and Rogers, they are the two that make things go. Rogers over 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 67 catches entering today. And a very veteran offensive line. They go with the reverse. Keener, far sideline. Across midfield, Keener 40-yard line, a first down. Wrestled out of bounds by Harris Jr. And you're starting to see some of that speed that we've been talking about.
A couple guys had the angle, and he's just cruising around the edge, picking up that first down with ease. Speed is always the great equalizer. Going back to those Miami Hurricane and then Dallas Cowboy teams, Jimmy Johnson, those are some of my favorite teams, even though I'm a Rams guy. But you're seeing it, man, just explosiveness out there.
Bailey in the flat, finds White again, and White pushed out of bounds from behind.
But spread him out, spreaded him out. And I mentioned before, big speed advantage for Acalanes. They ran last year's track. I keep bringing up track. 4x1 relay was second in the state. Both Keener and Rogers were on that team.
Tonga brothers in the middle of that Birmingham defensive line. They are a load. Bo weighs nearly 300 pounds, and we're going to have a flag here. Some movement up front, and our first penalty of the game.
Encroachment on the defense, 5 yards, still second down.
Chuck Hare.
Bo comes out, Nick comes in.
Place one Tonga twin with the other.
First down.
Coach Rose was kind of funny talking about the twins. He said they're hilarious at practice. Like they're like your typical twins, man. They get after at each other, yelling, they hit each other in the helmet.
They got to be separated at times.
Yeah. I would imagine no one else could probably mess with the other, though. Probably just those two.
Yeah, absolutely. That's typically how it goes if you have a brother. 8:05 left in this first quarter. They set up the screen. Rogers with space. Rogers inside the 10, cuts at the 5, finds the end zone. And Acalanes just like that, a point away from tying this thing up. 28 yards on the wide receiver screen.
Yeah, that wide receiver screen is going to be wide open all day long for those two guys unless Birmingham does something. But Rogers, I thought he kind of almost made it too hard on himself. He could have just took it off, and he had like an angle toward the sideline, but cut down the field a couple times and then got in the end zone. A lot of speed for Acalanes. That speed is real. It shows up from up here where we're standing. Not just those two guys, Keener and Rogers, but the whole team. They just look fast.
Tell you what, if this first 403 is any indication of the way the rest of this afternoon's going to go, it's the point after attempt is good by
I like it.
Big Nolis. We might be in for an old-fashioned shootout. Acalanes ties it up, 7 apiece.
Spring football, so he's leaving school after this semester and heading up to Washington, guys.
Thank you, Timothy. You're going to be an early grad. I've I've always been amazed by the early grads. Here's White getting the carry, and he runs right into Plaza. Not much doing there, maybe a yard.
College coaches love it, and they want those guys. Even during that COVID year where players out here could have played spring football, the college coaches said, hey, we want you up here training with us, weight training, nutrition program, learn our playbook. If they had their way, they'd have every single player a mid-year grad.
It's interesting to me just how the player can do it from an academic standpoint.
Yeah.
Of course, Washington making the transition to the Big Ten next season.
It's going to be weird for me.
Bailey pumps, gets away from pressure, turns the corner. 30 is stiff for him before being pushed out of bounds. So able to pick up a couple there is the southpaw.
Bailey, he can run a little bit. 12 touchdowns on the year. I love the way lefties do anything, throwing it or golf, bowling. They just always look smooth.
They actually mark him out back at the original line of scrimmage. So no gain there for Sully Bailey. Ball at the 33 of the Dons. 3rd and 9. Pressure coming. Bailey looking left, throwing that way, going down to get it is Rogers. Is it a catch? It is.
Right at the marker.
And they needed 9. He got 9. And it's a first down for Akalanis.
Yeah, again, Rogers so smart, so crafty. Ran past the marker, and you come back, you still that first down. Nice throw, nice catch.
And quickly they go. They get it out in the flat to Nico White. White makes the first man miss, spins, or almost spun out of another one as he gets it across midfield. Carlos there to grab him around the ankles. But close to another first down.
I thought he got it. Are they giving it?
Yeah, they're going to give it to him now. So they'll move the sticks there as the Dons move into Birmingham territory.
I love the pace of their offense. I love that tempo they're playing with right now.
1st and 10 at the Birmingham 48. Souza goes in motion. They deliver it out to Rogers on that side, but quickly Harris is there on the stop. A pick up of 4. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, those quick outs, you saw that the snap took Sully to his right side of his body. That needs to be on the left side, gets the ball. That play's got to be boom, boom. You have a little bit of a delay. That corner safety can jump that a little bit. Still a 4-yard gain, but that's why it wasn't a bigger gain.
2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Jack Miller getting the carry. The senior tailback. Plaza there on the stop. Miller getting his first carry of the game.
I like that because he came in with 666 yards. I said, Coach, we give him a carry. Get off that 666 number.
He waited a little bit.
Now I feel better about it.
He waited a little bit, though.
He did.
He got one there. 667 yards, and there's some movement up front.
One of the twins again?
Looks like one of the Tonga twins.
He's coming right out.
For the snap, encroachment on the defense in the neutral zone. 5 yards, first down.
I think it was Bo last time too, right?
So
Third
Nick
down.
going to come in and replace Bo.
Come on, Bo. That's a big boy right there, man. When you're 300 plus pounds, your momentum starts to carry you. You're not able to get yourself set again.
So hard to stop that train. There's White once again, and this time they get him behind the line of scrimmage. Nice pursuit there by Jamar Adams.
Again, White had to reach back for that ball, right? On those wide receiver screens, you want to get their momentum going forward. He has to go back about 1.5 yards by the time he got it. That defender right in his face.
So far, we haven't seen a lot, or much of anything really downfield. We saw a little comeback from Rogers. But everything's been kind of just short.
He looked deep one time on the scramble. He looked deep, and I was watching Birmingham. They had their safety playing. I think it was Waters playing way back.
So here's a 4th down, 4th and 4. Bailey takes the snap, steps up, going to tuck it and run. He spins. I don't think he got it.
Oh, and I thought
he got tripped up.
There was a lot of running where he didn't get tripped up, man. He's still running right now. That was an unbelievable play. I believe that was Nick Tonga.
He's the other Tonga twin. Absolutely. Nick, the slimmer of the two. Only 284.
Only 285. Like, that thing opened up, and he is gone right there. Yeah, if you're 285 and you get a hand on you, it feels like you're That's more than a hand. That's a great play by Nick.
So the Dons will get it back, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Bailey in there at quarterback. The lefty steps up, nowhere to go. Wrapped up by Bailon, the defensive end / kicker.
Bailon. Yeah, if you notice, obviously with a lot of lefties, if they ever get flushed, they always kind of want to move to their left, right? So if you're Birmingham, you want to maybe push them back to the right side. Nice job by Bailon.
Loss of 5, 4.5 sacks now on the season for the sophomore defensive end. Second and 15 from their own 25-yard line. Bailey, pressure coming in his face, finds White over the middle. White 30-yard line. Nearly upended by Water, stays on his feet. Ooh. Couldn't tiptoe the sideline, however.
Man.
Oh, he had some green in front of him.
Coming out of my mouth, like, what an great open field tackle by, and then he stayed on his feet, and he goes down that sideline. God, we don't talk enough about how well White can run. You want to wrap up.
And he steps
just
out
right there.
So it ends up being just a pickup of 11, 3rd and 4 now. They send Souza in motion. Bailey checks over to the sideline for the play. He's got 3 wide receivers to his left. Looking that way, and that one deflected and caught by the big fella, Brady Morrow.
That was amazing.
Big man reception.
That was an amazing play. Ball's batted down. I lost track of it. Then I saw big man Moore running with it for a 1st down.
They go quickly here. Back to the ground, and Miller picks up a couple. How did he do this? Blocking. That one tipped right into his hands. Wow.
That's being alert. That's a football player right there.
There's a fantastic play by Morales to get a hand on that one and go right into the lap there of Morrow. White on the toss.
Nice defense. Nice job by Birmingham. Stretching that play out, running the football.
13-7 our score.
Like Acalanes has kind of slowed down the tempo just a little bit this drive.
That stiff arm there by White. Nice tackle made by Harris Jr.
Harris is nice.
Under 6.5 left before intermission.
Harris is an 11-1. 100-meter guy as a freshman.
Ball at their own 44-yard line. 3rd and 7. Bailey steps up, looking downfield, jump ball. Rogers was there, couldn't haul it in. Harris on the coverage.
And I love that matchup right there. Harris, Rogers, nice ball. Again, I love the way the ball comes out of lefty's hands. Look at that, just smooth, tight ball, spins it. Rogers going up. Just missed it, almost got it down there. Great coverage. Didn't get in there early, didn't grab him, didn't try to pull jersey. Sully took a shot.
So we're going to have Bailey in there in a punt formation.
Yeah, after the offense scored on their first, I want to say their first 3 possessions for both sides. And we've had 3 straight holds.
Waters back to receive it. Not going to be able to touch it as it takes a Birmingham bounce to the, we're a track team, that's a football team. You like to strike fast, and they certainly did that a lot last week in being able to knock off Escalon. 49-14 the final in that one.
Strike hard, strike fast, no mercy, as Cobra Kai once said. Karate Kid, little reference right there.
So 3rd and 10, White in motion.
Oh, he jumped.
And more
that's 54.
I think it is 54.
That would be that'd be the hat trick.
What are you doing,
Before the
Coach?
snap, encroachment on the defense, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
He was walking towards the sideline, Botunga was, with the Coaching staff going to give him a little bit of grace here.
Bo's going to break his hand, smacking his helmet over and over to get on those offsides. A hat trick is good in hockey. Not so much in the first half, jumping offsides.
So much. You know, they keep track of those stats now in the NFL.
Look at those LA Kings. I just get that in there real quick. Okay, back to football.
3rd and 5 now. 34 seconds left. Bailey looking far side. Caught there. Keener. And Harris pushes him out of bounds, but it's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, the clock is now, I think, even though you have 3 timeouts, 28 seconds left. Really nice drive, though, by Acalanes. Haven't really felt like they were stressed at all on this drive. Everything came pretty easily for them. Got the big kickoff return and then kind of chunk inside the red zone.
Well, hold on 1 second. There's got to be a clock issue here. They set the clock in motion, but it appeared the receiver got out of bounds.
Put 28 seconds on the clock. We'll start on the snap.
So they reset it to 28 seconds.
Coach Burnson said, who's running this clock right now?
Yeah, nice job there by our officiating staff to get on one accord. This all-star crew led by Chuck Hare, the referee. Ball at the 19, 1st and 10. Bailey looking, end zone, diving, and unable to get there is White.
Little bit of separation. Would have needed to be a perfect throw. But from up here, we have a great view. Saddleback Stadium is unbelievable. I thought he had him. I thought I was going to hear the fight song.
Adams there on the coverage.
Go, go, go.
About a yard, half a yard, but that's a ball that those two guys can make.
So a 2nd and 10. Bailey, 2 receivers to each side. Over the middle, caught there by Souza, his first grab today. And he's wrestled down at the 15, so Acalanes will use his first timeout.
I think there's a flag. I think I heard people yelling for a horse collar. I'm not sure if that's what the flag was.
There's a flag back in the backfield.
If it's in the backfield, I don't know if it's the horse collar, but is it going to be, that's typically where you see a hold or a late hit on the quarterback.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Who was the culprit? We want to show who the culprit was. I know the high school kids, you got to protect them a little bit.
So that's going to be a first down.
I'm not going to name names, but I saw a certain player kind of protesting, and it was a rough half. If it was who I saw protesting, and we'll leave it at that.
So they move it half the distance. That'll mark it at the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal. 21-7. Birmingham with the lead. Acalanes trying to knife into it. Bailey on the keeper. And Morales gets to him at about the 5.
Nice play.
So a timeout by the Dons. This will be their first timeout. Didn't have to take one in the last play because of the penalty. So they have 2 timeouts left.
You can run anything with 2 timeouts left. 14 seconds left, but you can literally run the ball if you wanted to. You can have to throw the ball towards the sidelines or even in the end zone. All kinds of options right now.
We've seen them go with the wide receiver screen to get in the end zone the first time.
Those are hard to do inside the 10, inside the 5, but I would look for Rogers. Again, he's 6'3". Not a huge fan of the end zone fade at any level, but we have a guy like that who's really good at football. Maybe that's the exception. High school players, sometimes the gap between them and everybody else is so great that go ahead and throw that fade. Not a high percentage throw unless you have a Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson. Rogers is special, though. So if Waters is covering him up, maybe I look somewhere else. Keener hasn't been as involved, right? We saw him on the end around, and he can go. So a lot of options.
With 2 timeouts, you can also run it here. That's not out of the possibility. You see Bailey's numbers today.
The last play I thought was open with the little zone read there. I saw some gaps. So maybe run that same play. Quarterback keeps it this time. In 14 seconds left, you got time.
Put White in motion. Bailey rolling to his right. Pumps. Now going to come back near side. Bailey with the room. Lowers his shoulder and he's tackled shy of the goal line. And a timeout taken by the Dons with 6 seconds left. That was Plaza to meet the quarterback at about the 1-yard line.
Tell you what, that was a big time hit and tackle because Sully had momentum. He was coming in, and I thought he was going to be able to just power right through into the end zone, but nice job. You saw 2 Birmingham players.
Yeah, that was Noah there as well.
Yeah, Plaza and Noah both stopped about a yard short, and this might be our final play. I don't get 6 seconds unless you go something, a quick hitter, but if there's any type of rollout or any type of quarterback having to scramble around, this could be the final play.
Their kicker, Santi Vignoles, just a sophomore, has not attempted a field goal this season. Only extra points. Rogers has attempted 2, his longest from 39.
And this is shorter than an extra point. So, but 6 seconds, you do have enough time to run the football, right? Usually they say if you're running the 1-yard line, if you don't get in, that's about 3-4 second runoff. You still can call your timeout with 2 seconds left. So you can run your whole playbook right now still.
Coach Burns,
I wouldn't call a sweep to the right side of the field, but if you want to go right up the gut, you got time.
Bailey, the handoff is short. The timeout comes in. Bailon making the stop as Miller couldn't find the end zone.
And that's a huge defensive stand because, again, Alkaline said they spread them out, right? And they try to go right between the tackles. And you know who made that play? Was big number 54, Bo Tonga. We've called his name a few times, but he took his guard and just threw him in the backfield.
Space eater.
Other guys kind of rallied and made that tackle, but good for Bo Tonga. I'm always rooting for kids, which I was hoping that he would come back and make a play. And like I said, he didn't make the tackle, but he kind of made the play.
Plaza had help there from Christian Flowers. So now 4th and goal. Do you elect to go for some points here? Down by 14, 3 ticks left.
I go for the touchdown, 1,000%. Yeah, the way Birmingham's scoring, typically you can't answer touchdowns with field goals. So you got to go for it. You're down 2. You get the ball back. You're at the half-yard line. I wouldn't be opposed to that same exact play call. Spread them out a little bit and see if you can run right between them, or you want to roll your quarterback out. You want to look for Rogers. Lots of options, but this will obviously be the final play of the half.
Ball inside the 1.
Shotgun on the 1-yard line. Some OCs, old school OCs, hate that, but
Giorgiani right side. Did he
get it?
He did.
That was close. They gave it to him. That was close, though. Made him work for it.
So as time expires here on this first half, Akalanis finds the end zone for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, Birmingham definitely tightened up those last 3 or 4 plays, but he's in. Broke the plane. That's all you got to do. Nice job by Plaza just getting in there. We've called his name a few times.
So here's the sophomore, Vignoles. High snap, the kick is up, and it is through. So the Dons get to within 7 here as they head into the locker room.
Fun half. Kickoffs, that's not bad. You know, I think Birmingham coach Rose was a little concerned, you know, having a defensive end with this, doing the kickoffs, but the kickoff coverage has been really good so far.
This is a bigger possession for the Akalanis offense or the Birmingham defense?
I'd say both. You know, obviously Akalanis, they got to score, tie the game up, and all of a sudden now you feel really good.
1st and 10 from their own 35. That one zipped in there. Was that caught? That was complete. To Nico White, 4-yard pickup there. The ball had a little bit of heat on it.
I thought that was going to Minor Morales, number 9 for Birmingham. That was kind of like right underneath his arm. He's already batted 1 ball down.
Yeah, but it went right to an offensive lineman, Morrow. 2nd and 6. 40-yard line of Akalanis. 4 White, 4 Bailey. Sends White in motion, and another infraction here. This is going to be penalty number 7 for Birmingham. That time, it was not.
Encroachment on the defense. Be 5 yards, still 2nd down.
That time, not Bolton.
He just hopped right in. Morales just kind of hopped right into the neutral zone. That was just, again, not really disciplined. I don't know if he got distracted by the man in motion, but that's at least, of those 7 penalties, at least 4 of them are offsides.
7 penalties, 37 yards for Birmingham. Akalani's yet to commit an infraction. Miller picks up 1. Morales there for the tackle.
Yeah, not much between the tackles, but I get it. You kind of have to at least show that, right? A lot of times you run plays or to set something else up. So you have to at least show that you're willing to run between the tackles. Then you can maybe get something, you know, maybe fake that handoff and go wide, or even quarterback keeper, or you can do a lot of things off that play.
Trips to the bottom of the screen. Bailey looking one-on-one, far sides, got it, man! Diving is Rogers and could not complete the catch.
I was trying to help Rogers. My body language up here in the booth, I'm getting a little bit of a workout. And I was outstretched. I thought he was going to pull that one in. He had about a half a yard of separation. He was pulling away late. He gets 2 hands on it. I think he was trying to cradle it. Ball hits it right there. That would have been a huge, huge play for Acalanes.
2nd and 10.
I like the deep shot, though.
Pressure coming. Bailey finds a man. Giorgiani coming out of the backfield. Breaks the tackle at the 40. And upended at the 45-yard line. Adams making the stop there after the pickup of 18.
We saw a similar play on their last drive of the first half. Deep shot. That time kind of opened up something underneath it. A lot of room to run. Breaks the tackle. Huge first down. Huge pickup.
First down. Bailey, almost a one-hand grab there from Rogers. Ball thrown into traffic. 2nd down.
I kind of like the shots down the field, though. And that's you get single coverage on either of those 2 guys, Keener, Rogers.
They can fly.
I'm looking that way.
Both of them can fly. We've seen Keener's speed. That was probably the first time we saw Rogers' speed, straight line at least, and another infraction.
That was Nick.
That time it was Nick Tonga.
Before the snap, encroachment on the defense, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
I would like for guys to be able to get back at this level.
Yeah?
Right?
Yeah, why not? Every other level you can. I don't have an issue with that.
There's no contact.
Less flags for me, I'm all about. Anything that we have less flags, I'm all about that.
Nonetheless, penalty number 8 for Birmingham.
Yeah, 6th offside.
2nd and 5 from the 30. Bailey. And that one hit White right between the numbers.
Such a nice play design, such a nice route, just easy drop. Sully, again, just timing, rhythm, throws it right there, and that's a first down drop.
Brings up a 3rd down. No doubt 4-down territory here for the Dons. First possession of this half. Trying to even this thing up. Bailey, all kinds of time. Now pressure coming in the flat. Finds White, leaping catch. Oh, what a move. White on the sideline. Inside the 20 and pushed out of bounds there by Noah.
Yeah, one-on-one. It's so hard for a defensive back. You try to break down the best you can and not overcommit. You want to stay on your feet the best you can, but that's still hard when you got one-on-one. Guy gives you a little shake, a little wiggle, and you hit the ground.
12 yards there for White. 1st and 10 at the Birmingham 18-yard line. Just 90 seconds in to this second half. You see Bailey's numbers today. They go Giorgiani on the ground, right side, and Giorgiani hit from behind by Bailon right before getting to the 10-yard line.
Nice drive for Acalanes, picking up chunks.
Second down and 4. Ball at the 11. Approaching the 10-minute mark. Floyd Burnside looking on. Giorgiani runs right into all that massiveness in the middle of the Birmingham defensive line. There's Christian Flowers there. Actually give him 2 on the carry.
Yeah, I think we'll see that same play again, and next time I could see Bailey keeping it. Because that whole defensive line all went to the running back. Sully can kind of just yank that out. He's in the end zone.
3rd and 1. Ball at the 9-yard line. Giorgiani, the tailback. Bailey's got 4 wide receivers. 12th play of this drive. Bailey looking, end zone, grabbed and caught in there by Souza. Touchdown at the Lineys.
Just like that, we have a tie game, extra point pending, and that's why I always make a big deal about ending the first half and then getting the kickoff to start the second half. It's almost like getting a turnover. 14-point swing, just like that. Nice catch, brings it in, one hand, great concentration, great football play.
Tipped it to himself. Nice snag there by Souza. His 9th touchdown reception of the season. Vignoles, extra point, is 10th pass breakup this season. That leads the team, and it was a big one there as the Dons take over 1st down and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Bailey looking for somewhere to go. Throws it on the run up the boundary. Ball deflected, nearly picked off. Carlos almost able to get both hands on that one for Birmingham. Instead, it falls incomplete. It brings up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I thought Rogers was first going to kind of come down with this, the way he jumped up. And then I thought it was going to be picked off, which would have been a huge play for Birmingham right there.
How about Harris getting his hand in there?
I feel like both sets of corners, we've called them out a lot. Both teams have done really nice jobs of covering down the field.
Quick pass out to Keener. Far sideline. Gets it up to the 19. Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
You can get a gain of 6 for Keener almost every time because they're playing so far off, kind of respecting that speed.
See Bailey's numbers. It's the 3rd down play. Bailey's got 2 wide receivers. Giorgiani, the tailback, switches sides. And they go to him. And Giorgiani likes that outside, lowers the shoulder as Waters comes up to make the tackle right at the sticks. There's going to be a 1st down here for the Dons.
Yeah, little zone. Giorgiani, 2-way guy.
And he's had to thug it out today. He's been banged up a couple of times. But he's in there running strong. And incompletion there. Looking for Souza. Miller gets the majority of the carries, but Giorgiani may be the best running back on the team for the Dons. You've seen him with the touchdown earlier today.
Bigger back, yeah, by about 20 pounds. And I think when you're playing against this Birmingham team that is so big and physical, you want to go with a guy who's got a little more size.
And we've seen him go around the edge, though, a couple times.
No doubt.
2nd down and 10. Bailey lost one up and nobody home.
It's a huge 3rd down coming up right here. Obviously, Birmingham badly needs to stop. I kind of feel like Acalanos right now has a nice little rhythm going on offense. They've scored the last 2 possessions, making a tie game. They're still probably kicking themselves a little bit for not scoring in the red zone. Stand here, hold. You got to get the ball in pretty good field position.
Floyd Burns said a coaching lifer. Looks on. This 3rd down play. Bailey 17 of 27, 149 yards this afternoon. Takes the snap, pressure coming, tries to escape, gets a block, has some running room, 30-yard line, he's tripped up. And Waters came up from his safety spot to make the tackle well short of the sticks. It's going to bring up a 4th down, and Bailey's slow to get up.
And that's a great play by Waters, because again, from our vantage point, that broke open, and I thought he had the 1st down. I thought he was going to be able to get 10 yards out of that play. Really nice open field tackle, and obviously right now we hope Bailey's okay.
2nd time today we've seen Bailey kind of upended that way. And this time He tried to walk off, but training staff comes out and tells him to get back down. And this is huge because if, in fact, they do want to go for it on 4th down, Bailey's going to have to come out for this 4th down play.
Yeah, see, a lot of grass, a lot of open room, and Waters takes him low. He falls forward. It's like right on that left thigh. Quadricep area.
Jake Baselli is the backup quarterback. He's thrown 6 touchdowns, 1 interception this season, 645 yards. Baselli and Bailey actually split time last year, but Coach Burns said decided to go with Bailey for this season. And Baselli, being the team player he is, says, Coach, I just want to get on the field. I just want to help the team. It's good to see that Bailey is able to walk off under his own strength.
Yeah, hopefully it's just like a really bad dead leg, right? Where you get...
And he wanted to go back in there.
Almost like that crampy feeling where someone hits you, sometimes in the knee, back in the thigh.
He's deep.
Those rugby-style kicks always seem to give you that little nice, generous roll, don't they?
Typically, right? I mean, definitely got one there. Let's check in now with Timothy.
Wasn't much on his knee, upper thigh area. He is coming back into the game.
And he's back in there at quarterback right now, Timothy. 1st down and 10 from the 7. Bailey in the end zone, throwing on the run, and nobody home.
Yeah, wasn't really a receiver, but he was outside the...
He was outside the tackle box.
You know, Sully's tough. Obviously, he's not going to let a potential dead leg. And I know you got a paper cut at halftime, Rashawn, so you feel his pain. You're showing the same toughness that he's showing over here.
You know, I try. I do it for the team, GB.
If Sully can suck it up, I know you can too.
Got this
Pleasure.
history of paper cuts.
Standing next to you right now.
Just got to fight through it. Here's Bailey looking up top. Rogers runs underneath it at the 40. Across midfield, Rogers taken down from behind. Huge gain there inside the 35-yard line. And a 1st down for Akalanis.
Yeah, at some point in this game, you knew one of those 2 track guys who are football players are going to get deep. And Rogers just did.
Pickup of 60 there on the play. 1st down and 10, Akalanis inside Birmingham territory. Kind of been waiting for them to hit one of those all afternoon. They finally do, and now they go to the ground game in Miller.
Yeah, I think what Birmingham's doing is they're saying, okay, Waters is our best player. We're going to go man up on him. And then I'm watching their double teaming Keener. It's kind of similar to what I remember. I'll let you take it out to the end of the 3rd. I'll give you my thought on that.
So that'll be the end of the 3 here. Birmingham 23, Akalanis 21. 2nd down and 9 here for the Dons, who are putting on the pressure. They have it inside of Birmingham territory. Ball at the Patriots' 33-yard line. Huge discussion in the booth in between quarters in terms of that muff punt situation we had earlier. Here's the 2nd down play. Bailey looking up top. Rogers, nice adjustment. Nice catch. Does he get the end zone? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Akalanis.
Perfect throw. Great catch. That's one of those sort of a back shoulder pass where even if you have really good coverage, there are certain throws that are indefensible. Tight coverage by Waters. But again, certain throws where the DB has his back turned, he doesn't really get to see the ball. That would have been a fun Pac-12 matchup, except for obviously there's no more Pac-12. But you got Cal versus UW right there. Trevor Rogers. Man, 2 big plays for Rogers on that drive. The deep ball, the touchdown right there. And again, just a perfect throw.
Great job.
Point after is good. So the Dons back in front. And they lead it by 5. Bailey to Rogers there on the touchdown strike. 34 yards.
Rogers, big-time player, making big-time plays. Stepping up. How about Sully Bailey just saying, you're not going to stop me with something. Charlie Horse. Hope that's all it is. I'm not trying to make light of it, but he looked great throwing the ball in that drive.
How about the player Justin Wilcox is getting?
Oh,
at Cal.
What a steal.
Trevor Rogers. His brother Chris is a wide receiver at Cal as well, and an alum of Akalani's. Chris actually came and spoke to the team earlier this week and said, hey, do this for us. We never got a chance to do this. And so Akalani's playing for all the great dons of the past. It's been a magical year for them. Very first sectional championship. First time winning a NorCal championship, and of course making their debut here in the state title game. Tisdale this season, 29 touchdown passes before throwing his first interception. Here's a fumble in the backfield, recovered there by Bailey. Our Timothy Parker reporting that Bailey was given a knee brace by one of his teammates. Was able to get back in there. You see the muffed snap there.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get down and pick that up, but understand why with the brace, big old brace on the knee.
2nd and 14, and that one incomplete to Rogers. Noah draped all over him. Brings up 3rd down.
Rogers thinking might have been a little bit early. Yeah, and some of those straight drops, the last few times when Tisdale had to just kind of a straight drop, Acalanes has been in his face. Hasn't been able to step up into that pocket at all.
So here's 3rd and 14 at the Birmingham 34. Bailey looking. Oh, he's picked off. They trade interceptions here. Caden Chappelle.
One of the first throws that Bailey's made that I think he wants back in terms of just the decision. Threw that one right into double coverage. Looked for Rogers. Rogers was never open, covered well, and the safety rolled over the top. Just had a nice, easy catch. Rogers never even turned around for it. I don't think he even thought the ball was coming his way. Man, that's a great punt away from both those two.
Nice bounce to the other side of the 50 and down there by Birmingham. So Bailey, after turning it over on his last throw, will usher the offense back onto the field.
It ended up being like a great punt, right? You got the ball inside their 10-yard line. Obviously, that wasn't what the intention was, but I feel like it's almost kind of becoming nervous time if you're a Birmingham fan. You kind of start to look at that clock. It's now 5:40. You're down 5. They have the ball. They, meaning Acalanes.
Remember, Patriots had to use a timeout earlier in this half already. So they have just 2 left. Bailey goes to Miller on the ground, and Miller stuffed Tonga there, along with Baylon. Nick Tonga, that is.
Yeah, Baylon is just a sophomore. We get 2 more years to watch him grow and develop. Just took his guy and just shook him.
Approaching the 5-minute mark. Bailey today, 19 of 29, 241 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. 2nd and 8. Bailey looking near side in the slot. White caught. Slips the man. Still on his feet. White at the 30-yard line. Play continues. And he's pushed forward up to the 26.
No whistle. I like it. Let him play. Forward progress was never stopped. Ended up getting about 4 or 5 yards, but that's over the linebacker, underneath the safety. A little bit of a zone for Birmingham. It was a tight zone. That's a perfect throw again. Old Elite 11 days, I remember Trent Dilfer once said there was no defense for a perfect throw. We've seen it about 2 or 3 times tonight.
It's Miller coming in there with a little bit of a shove from behind for his teammate. Helps him pick up 24 as we near 4.5 to play.
Sully Bailey has time to just step into his throw. Man, it looks like Boomer Esiason. I love that smooth lefty.
Low snap as Georgiani gets the handoff.
That was a fumble with someone's helmet.
Yeah, someone's helmet came flying off, and it looks like it was Nick Tonga. Has to step off the field for a play to adjust his headgear. 2nd down and 9 coming up. A lot of punishment being inflicted out there on that field today. Both these teams giving it their all in search of the first state championship in their respective schools' history.
Yeah, it's been a really good game. We kind of thought it would be.
Akalani's trailed by 14 in the first half. They've come all the way back to take a 5-point lead.
Big Bo.
As Georgiani is taken down by Bo Tonga there. 1-yard pickup. 3rd and long coming up.
It's a nice play by Bo. He had those early offside, but he's had a really strong second half, made several plays right there in that tackle position. Acalanes gets off the ball really, really quickly.
3rd and 8. Bailey's been effective with those claps this afternoon. Been able to draw Birmingham offsides. Nothing doing that time. Takes the snap in the flat, has his man Georgiani out of the backfield, and he gets close to a 1st down. It's going to be about maybe 2 or 3 yards short. Picks up 5 there.
4th down. Big decision right here.
And Birmingham going to take a timeout here for this 4th down play. So that leaves the Patriots with just 1 left.
Yeah, interesting timeout there. I was curious if Acalanes was going to take a timeout there to decide, hey, do we want to go for this on 4th and 3? I'm assuming they will. Do we kick a field goal? My guess is they will go for it. I'm sure Birmingham wants to have their defense set. And Acalanes, they just give you so many things to worry about, though. Running back, the quarterback can roll out. They got wide receiver screens. They got deep balls. 3 or 4 different wide receivers. We've seen several guys, not just the big 2. Sousa's made some plays. Georgiani.
.256 left. If you're inside that Acalanes huddle, what are you looking for a play call here, GB?
Yeah, I want to see what the defense shows me first.
Ball at the 19. 4th down and 3. Birmingham needing a stop in the worst way. 4 wide receivers for Bailey. They set up the wide receiver screen. It's Rogers. He's got the 1st down.
I'm going to go wide receiver screen is what I was going to call right there. Yeah, that was a great call, great situation. Get our best player the ball. I think I opened up for him. Birmingham was playing a little soft, too deep. Had 2 deep safeties right there, so when the box is congested, it's kind of hard to do that wide receiver screen. When you have 2 deep safeties back there, you got a little more room to operate between the linebacker and the safeties.
Approaching 2.5 left. Acalanes in no hurry here to get to the line of scrimmage. Up by 5. 1st and goal. Ball right at the 10-yard line. If you're Birmingham, your best bet here is to try to force some type of a turnover.
Yeah, I'm looking at Rogers' guys one-on-one coverage with Noah.
Here's Georgiani up the middle. And Plaza there on the tackle.
Look at those pads popping from up here.
A lot of hard hitting going on this afternoon in Mission Viejo.
That's a beautiful sound. Under 2 minutes right now, Rashawn. Where is this 4th quarter gone?
It's flown by.
Yeah, Birmingham has just 1 more timeout left. This one of those situations where Acalanes, they get 1 more 1st down. Oh, can't get a 1st down. It's goal to go, but yeah, that clock is a huge factor right now. Yeah, no hurry at all. You don't need to have any urgency right now. Let that clock be your ally.
90 seconds left. Georgiani can't get outside. Carlos was the first one to get to him. Balon got him down. And 3rd down coming up with 1:15 left.
And I think Coach Rose is going to hold that timeout for this play right here. If they stuff him on 3rd down, then he'll call the timeout. Yeah, I'd almost wonder if they do get stuffed on third down, you kick the field goal.
Kick the field goal, makes it an 8-point game.
They could have to score a touchdown and get the 2-point conversion. But didn't you say earlier, Coach Burns said they haven't kicked a field goal the whole season?
Rogers has kicked a couple. And there's going to be a flag here.
The delay?
Delay, offense, be 5 yards, still third down.
So they take the delay with 37 seconds left.
I don't think that 5 yards is going to bother them too much. They think, hey, we'll take the clock.
Timer,
let it run.
39 seconds, please. 39.
Coach Burns has such a vast coaching background at the college level, and those guys who coach at that level always seem to have great time management late in games.
So they add 2 seconds. It's 39 ticks left. Handoff. Giorgiani stopped there at the 10. Jim Rose and Birmingham going to take their final timeout. Comes with 35 seconds left. And we'll be right back. Two of the top programs in the state, the Folsom Bulldogs and the St. Bonaventure Serfs, for the CIF State Division 1A Championship Bowl. That's right here on Sportsnet LA, your new home for Shohei Ohtani. 4th and goal over the middle. Caught! Keener, touchdown, and that's going to do it. Akalanis can smell the first state championship in school history.
I would call that the dagger, Rashawn, but you actually put that dagger in me a second earlier with the Shohei Ohtani news. Just rubbing salt in my wounds right here. We mentioned Keener a few times, right? So good, so explosive. Been a little quiet, but there he is with the dagger. Quick slant. And if you can run like he can, that quick slant is so hard to defend. Give a little outside fake, cut inside. You're open all day long, Paul Keener. But that's been it. Birmingham's offense was so good, so efficient, running past the whole entire first half, but got shut out this second half.
And since going up 21-7, they've been outscored 28-2.
They got in the red zone a couple times, just couldn't convert.
I got a feeling this one's going to sting for the kids from Lake Balboa.
Yeah, Coach Rose as well. I know he said, hey, this is going to be our year. We have 25 seniors. Last year we had a great run, but this is going to be the team for us. He's such a good coach. They have such a good squad. Their lower levels are all very, very good. And look at the roster. They have plenty of underclassmen, including that quarterback who's coming back. Probably still going to be the team to beat in the LA City section. Of course, he wanted a state championship, though, badly.
They've gotten here once before. In 2021, they lost at McClymonds 54-7. He said his team just was not ready for that moment. Felt like they were ready. They were hungry. They wanted it. It was a goal.
His name is AJ, so it's a great name. I was going to say, if you love good quarterback play, do not change the channel, because St. Bonaventure, Anthony Walter going to Nevada, and Folsom, Ryder Lyons, for me, is probably a top 5 quarterback in the whole entire sophomore class.
They're a factory.
He is special. Oh, my God. But they are a factory. They always have guys. But among that group of guys, he is a dude. He's a top 5 guy in the nation, one of the best I've seen at that level. I mentioned for Anthony Walter going to Nevada for St. Bonnie. So don't change the channel if you're a fan of good quarterback play.
As this one has gone final, Akalanis wins the 3AA state championship. It's the first in school history. Paul Burns said and company going to have a nice long bus ride back to Lafayette to celebrate this one, as the magical season comes to an end with a state title for the Dons.
And that's the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Remember those old, probably too young, but they used to have these really sweet.
I remember those.
Do you remember those? Thrill of victory, and they show the skier just getting baptized over and over and over again. thrill of victory for Acalanes. What a great football team, man. I really enjoyed watching them, and I've enjoyed watching Birmingham for a few years now. Much respect for their staff, Coach Rose. Great football players that we'll see at the next level as well, so I can't wait for that.
We'll step aside. The Acalanes Dons, state champs in the 3AA division. Paul Burnstead, the victory shout.